Compute the mean, median, and mode for the first quiz used in the grades below. They range from 10 all the way up to 100, and there are 20 of these different scores. So the first that we'll discuss is the mean, and this is the most common type of average. Each of these, all three of them are a type of average. The mean is the most common. And if someone were to just ask you for the average in everyday language of this data set, you'd probably start by taking 10 and then adding 50 and adding up all the data, keep on going, which in statistics is written as dot, 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 keep on going, all the way up to the last one, 100. And then what would you do? You add them all up, and when you're done, you divide by the total, which in this case is 20. So that's exactly what the mean is. Again, there are different types of averages in statistics, so we give them these special names. Now, also in statistics, we're going to be using a lot of notation to help us so we don't have to write everything out. One way to write add is with the Greek letter sigma, which means sum or add. And so what are we adding here? Well, we're adding up all our quiz scores. Let's call it the variable x, and so we're like adding up all the x's. And we divide by the number in our population, which is our class. So you might see mean written in the textbook as summa x over n. Okay, well at the end of the day we're still just doing regular old addition, so you break out your calculator and you can pause the video if you like and just add up all these guys. I come up with 1,550, and again it's 20. If you divide it out on your calculator, I get a mean quiz score of 77.5. Alright, next we're going to look at median. So median's just another type of average, and the way the median is computed is dependent upon whether n is even or whether n is odd. So median is the middle score if n is odd. So in other words, if there were just 3 scores, then you would just take the second one, the middle one, right? But if n is even, then there are 2 middle scores. So what's the median then? Well, the median is the 2 middle scores, the sum, if you will, if you want to use this notation, of the middle scores, the 2 middle scores, divided by 2. And that's if the number n is even. And in this case, n is even, it's 20, so we have 2 middle scores. We can find them just by taking half. Half of 20 is 10, so we're going to take our 10th and 11th data value, add them up and divide by 2. So we're going to use this one. So let's look at our 10th data value. Now here, a very important note is we have to be sure that our data is in order from smallest to largest. If it's not, then we have to take the time and rearrange them from smallest to largest. And since it's already done for us, we can just simply count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80 is our 10th. And then 90 is our 11th. So those are our 2 middle scores. Add them up, divide by 2, and we get 170, my calculator, divided by 2, which gives us a median score of 85. Finally, we'll look at mode. Mode is simply the most frequently occurring data value. It's probably the easiest one to think about. If there isn't a most commonly occurring data value, then the mode can not be defined. Well, there's a lot of 80s. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 80s. But I think there's even more 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can stop right there. That's the most commonly occurring. 7, 8, 9 actually. but it's the most frequently occurring, 90, so that's our mode. Mode is equal to 90.